Hello, my dear friends. We have with us again Mihnea Voicu. Hello, Mihnea.
Hi, and it's so great to see you again.
Oh, thank you. So this will be our second episode from the series of talking about the bridge between Montreal and Beijing, the virtual bridge
I know,
over continents. And I will
and
propose.
I'm so glad that we started, and I think we should announce it to the world what we want to call this podcast.
So this episode will be the TaiChi International and TaiChi all over the world. How is perceived? The subject is TaiChi.
Sure. I'm looking forward to discussing and learning more about Tai Chi. But I would also like to tell our audience that what we're trying to do here on this podcast, what we call it challenge perspectives. We want to challenge people to think in a different way, in a different manner about some of the things that are out there. What do you think? What do you say?
Yes, I totally agree. That's a wonderful idea to challenge people to take them out of the comfort zone, to put them in front of new reality and let them react, let them interact, let them orientate themselves with the flow of life, if I am to put it more in a Tai Chi way or Taoism.
Yeah, I love it how you say it, especially we're talking about a flow of life here, and life is it's amazing and it's strange and it's surprising. We've only met each other for quite a brief period of time, right?
Yes, that's true.
And look, we're starting this wonderful project together. You there in Montreal, 8:30 in the morning or 7:30 in the morning. I'm here in Beijing. It's 7:30 in the evening, 8:30 in the evening. So I think if we can build a bridge between the two of us, a bridge of communication, a bridge of friendship, a bridge of understanding, I think many other people can do this.
As you said about day and night, white and black, this brings me to my attention, or to in my mind, yin and yang, the two of them that will complete each other. Your perspective, my perspective, they go to the same horizon together.
And not to mention that you're wearing white and I'm wearing black.
Yes, so exactly the concept of yin and yang, the perfect balance.
So
actually, Tai Chi is based on balance. From the very beginning, we have to learn how to be relaxed, stable, and balanced. Without this, there's no real Tai Chi practice. If you have a question, ask, and then we will clarify as much as I can and as much as we can bring the Tai Chi concept.
Yes, and I also like a general topic for our podcast. I believe it would be wellness, right? And martial arts and mindfulness, meditation, spirituality. I'm very much interested in archery and the martial sports and the combat part of martial arts. And I think you bring in a lot of movement from Tai Chi point of view.
Sure. So let's start with wellness, then we can go to spirituality and martial arts all together. So wellness. You see, Tai Chi is related to wellness, especially nowadays. And I think, in my opinion, there's two ways in finding Tai Chi, or finding the two ends of the road: wellness, Tai Chi, wellness. You see, some people, they start Tai Chi out of passion for martial arts. They discover this being a part of the large umbrella, which is Kung Fu. And then they realize that Tai Chi takes them to a different road, to a different path, which is not necessarily fighting, but enhancing our perspective about life. Let's say building a stronger body, a good health. And then this could be elements of wellness. So people getting into Tai Chi or into fighting, into another martial arts, they find something new. They find a treasure that's hidden through, of course, through diligent practice. Because if we just practice once per week, that will be just experiencing, not real thinking into the. So
I know.
this is one way. The other way
Yeah.
is people, they are interested in wellness. People, they are already aware of this value that's wellness. And then automatically they will find Tai Chi on the list of wellness elements.
Door to door.
Sure. And speaking of practice, I think it's worth mentioning that right before we started our podcast, I was practicing my Chinese ink brush painting, and I sent my today's work to my teacher, to my master, and she said, "Oh, this is much better than last time." Right? She didn't say like, "Wow, this is amazing." She said it's much better than last time. And I think in everything that we do, practice and consistency is very important, because without, there's a concept in
I totally
in
agree.
that you need at least 66 days of practice to create a habit.
Yes, yes.
So if we want to embrace Tai Chi from a wellness point of view and increase our wellness and our well-being, there must be constant practice. And here is a question for you. How much practice? Okay, obviously the every day is better, but in a session, how long would you recommend to practice Tai Chi?
Yes, this is a very good question because my answer will cover few aspects. You see, Mihnea, I always was fascinating about the martial arts, especially the Chinese martial arts, which in my opinion, they are more elaborate, more interiorized. They search for something. You see, all the masters, they say, I can point to the path, but it's up to you to find the way, to find the hidden treasures, the Kung Fu. The Kung Fu, it's actually the word of excellence, the way of doing something close to perfection. That could not be maybe perfection absolute, but close to it. So I embarked on this road since I was a child, but I was always in darkness. I was always blindfolded. You see, in Romania, especially in my little town, there was no way Kung Fu school. There was only karate. But for me, in my mind, at that time, karate, Kung Fu were one thing only. And one day I remember one boy came and he did some Kung Fu movements. And I said, this is really different. It's not what we are learning. But nobody clarified to me the difference. Later on, of course, I learned what is Tai Chi, what is Kung Fu. And now I can say that from the beginning, and even now, I have a handicap. I went to China, I study, but I don't speak the language. Not speaking the language, I communicate through body language, through gestures, through trying to, and this helped me in a way that I paid close attention. I was open to every movement, to every gestures. I was repeating in my mind the words without understanding the meaning, trying to connect them with what they are doing, with how they react to the words. And I would say that this handicap turned into an advantage, because with very, very intense practice, now I realize with different words, I arrive to same conclusions that other masters, they put it on paper. So I would say the practice needs to be arduous. If we want to realize something, you see, we come out from the comfort zone and we dedicate. If we want to touch, it doesn't matter if it's Tai Chi, it could be anything, electricity, whatever. If we want to do it the Kung Fu way, the excellence way, we need to dedicate. We need to study arduously. Every day, I practice every day, at least once per day.
Okay, so for the busy people out there, how much time do you recommend? You go to a yoga class and they say 45 minutes yoga, and you did it for 45 minutes. So I know it's much different in martial arts because there's intensity. There is a level of awareness and understanding when you practice. So sometimes you practice intensely for 2 hours, and maybe the next day you achieve similar things in much less time. So I want to pressure you, and I want you to give me a number.
Yes, I can give you the number, but the number it's 10 to 14 times per week in the beginning. That's
All right.
So you said busy people. What does it mean in my simple concept? Because I think wellness, that's what most of the people they should try to achieve. It's something simple. Nowhere complicated will bring us that peace, that satisfaction, that and that success in what we do. If we want to be successful, then we will have the satisfaction. Or if we want to have the satisfaction, we have to be successful. If we want to be successful, we have to be busy with the thing that we dedicate. If we are busy chasing many paths, many ways, we might go nowhere. So if I want to practice Tai Chi, I dedicate myself to Tai Chi. If I want to experience once per year, once per month, maybe I will have a short insight and that will be it. I'll continue with my life, which could be on the path of electricity, since I choose the example. So it's, if we want to do many things in my point of view, we might not discuss, because the Tai Chi, to really share the wellness in Tai Chi, or the beauty, is to arrive to experience the inner energy that's called in the Chinese mythology Qi. And I saw videos of the well-known martial arts artists that they did not experience, and they say something mystical. It's something mystical because they did not put that dedication. They just, you know, concentrate on the physical part, on the what's most impressive, kicking in the air, and so on and so forth. No, we have to, the movements have to be done in such a way, with so much inner side, that will raise the energy and it will flow all over the body around us. And this is not something that comes out of fantasy. I experienced it many times, but as I said, I just put all my passion, all my energy into this.
I think it's very important to approach any movement style, any martial art, any wellness activity from a very intentional point of view, because sometimes we know this is good for us because we need to lose weight, we need to increase our wellness, but maybe we don't like it. So we have to be very intentional about practice time. And I think with practice comes a habit, and with a habit becomes perfection.
Exactly.
And from perfection, you arrive at a different understanding.
Sorry, Mihnea, we have to create, just as I call, the second nature, to identify ourselves with the, yes.